Well, Jim, I'll tell you, it's tough to go at the end here because I think everybody's already laid out what the future looks like. But I'll try to add a couple insights of some of the things I see. Number one, we heard a lot about kind of identities, the perimeter. There is no perimeter. In addition to that, you hear a lot of prevention's just not good enough, right? It's not good enough to say we're going to block our borders. You have to have that detection and analytics capability because you have to assume you're going to get breached, and you have to be able to detect and very quickly respond to it.
You need a resilience program.
You need a resilience program, and I think a lot of that goes into analytics. So things like, if you look at it purely from an identity perspective, you have not only who are our people and what do they have access to, but things like what are they doing with that access? When are they logging in? What are they logging into? What types of access do they have? Are they privileged, unprivileged? What are they accessing and what are they doing with it? And is their behavior different than it usually is? So some of that analytics purely on identity, and then you couple that with the security analytics of, well, what are those machines or servers or applications they're accessing? Are there any vulnerabilities on that? Did that server not get patched and this guy's accessing it with a privileged account? And that level of analytics allows you to build that internal capability to quickly respond, notify, or even cut off access immediately to be able to respond to anything abnormal. The other thing I'll mention is really kind of identity as a service, I'll say. I think that's maturing definitely. But some of the challenges I see is allowing the kind of scalability of a common service for everybody with the flexibility of adapting it, especially because our identities are going everywhere, right? We have our on-prem synchronizing over to Office 365, and we have a bunch of stuff in Azure, standing up infrastructure as a service with AWS and other things, and then software as a service applications that we access. How do you manage all of that hybrid cloud on-prem with a really managed service provider? Excellent. I think is a great thing.
Excellent. Excellent.